to the 6th in the Valkyria Chronicles series. This is where we finally get to be introduced to the bad guys who we are going to be fighting throughout the game. Mostly the main villains, where the minions are kind of expendable, so they're not really important. But this is kind of important because we're going to be meeting one of the 4 main villains in this. Dadgummit. Why do you keep doing that? I don't understand why you keep doing that. You are not supposed to be doing that. What is wrong with this thing all of a sudden? No promises or guarantees that won't continue happening. I may need to delete this and start over.
Thanks in part to Squad 7, the Great Vassal Bridge is back in our hands. That pushed the front line back, forcing the Empire to gather forces in central Gallia.
Yeah. I don't know why they wouldn't just reinforce the bridge. I mean, Gallia really doesn't have that much of an army, and they were doing pretty good up until the whole Vassal Bridge incident. Considering how many people got dropped into the river, that might be enough to force them to re-evaluate their combat strategy.
Does this mean we're headed that way as well?
The army will take that front. Meanwhile, the militia will head south. Our next target is here, in the Cloden area.
The Cloden Wildwood. I was there last summer taking soil samples.
That's a very welcome thing to do.
It's a dense forest with plenty of hills and valleys. It's hard to get around in there.
Yeah, up until the final battle where that thing just drives right through it like it doesn't matter.
What's our strategic objective there, Captain?
The Empire has set up a supply base there to fuel their invasion of central Gallia.
That makes no sense whatsoever. If you look at the Imperial map, which is, right behind their head, Cloden is way, way too far south to be supplying the Central Gallian invasion. And also they have Ghirlandaio. Why would they need the Cloden base?
I see. So if we seize the supply base, we cut off the flow of supplies moving north.
Again, they have Ghirlandaio. They don't need this Cloden supply base.
Precisely. The 3rd Regiment's objective is to take that base.
Now, if they said they were saving the southern part of Gallia from the invasion to basically prevent the Empire from conquering all of the southern area, since they've been concentrating mostly on the north, where all the supposed Ragnite supplies are, then yeah, this battle plan would make complete sense. I think they were given misinformation and tossed off into the corners of the Cloden Wildwood in order to get them out of the line so that General Douchebag could do whatever he's planning to do.
All squads are to prepare for woodland combat and await orders. Good.
Woodland combat? What a nightmare.
Depends on whose side you're on.
What do you mean?
The woods dull your sense of direction, and poor roads make for slow advances.
Which the Empire would have to deal with more because there's almost no Cloden natives in the Empire. And if there are, they'd be traitors.
This'll be our toughest operation yet.
No, it really won't.
Maybe so, but deeper in the woods you have a better chance of spotting rare foliage.
Welkin, shut up.
There's one kind of insectivorous plant in Cloden called the moondew that can suck a...
Please, Welkin, shut up.
All right, I get it. You really do have a one-track mind, you know that?
It's a good thing Alicia actually has a somewhat competent Welkin is your typical military lieutenant. He has no idea what he's doing, but he gives the orders and everyone's expected to follow them because he's a lieutenant, not because he actually knows what he's doing.
I'm saying nature isn't just a burden. We might find the key to victory in the woods.
Yes, but also no.
All right. I'll keep a lookout for your key while I'm slogging along. Hopefully your plant won't have eaten it.
One can only hope. And now we get the cool, spiffy-looking bad guys. Because, honestly, as in everything that ever happens, the bad guys look better than the good guys. The good guys are generic and meant to be your everyman, while the bad guys are meant to be the ostentatious, dedicated to behold my glory types. So of course they have to dress well. And that's Gearlandio, where they have a train to get supplies. The first to die.
Gallia's mongrels have reclaimed Vassal Bridge. Are the men of our defensive units cowards? This loss is a stain on the Emperor's honor. Useless fools.
I hear the enemy cross the river in tanks. And whoever's leading them is no fool.
Yes, he is. Yes,
On the
he is.
contrary, this was a fluke. These are peasants, nothing more. Peasants and barbarians. How could they be anything else?
If birthright is all it takes to win a battle, you must find war so very boring.
The issue here is Gallia's resistance and how to end it, swiftly and decisively.
Exactly. They'll use their victory at Vassal Bridge as footing for a counterstrike in central Gallia.
That's sort of.
How shall we proceed? What says your grace?
Main bad guy.
We will extinguish these flames. Our course is clear. The Gallian army must be crushed. We will require reinforcements. They will be sent to Central Gallia.
That poor cape.
Now then, the route of supply through Cloden has to be made unshakable. Gregor, see to a restructuring of our central forces. Then you will continue to press northward.
Sir.
We will head to Barius. Selvaria, be so kind as to accompany us there.
With pleasure. And to the ends of the earth, your grace.
The Cloden Basin supply lines. See to them, Jaeger. They need protecting. Gallia may have already dispatched troops to the south. Therefore, make haste to Cloden.
Of course. Leave it to me, Your Grace.
And those were our main villains. The ones that we're going to systematically annihilate throughout the entirety of this game. And yes, they look a whole lot better than the Gallian forces, and honestly, I can see why Prince Maximilian would be considered a charismatic leader. Admittedly, he's also an absolute lunatic, but that's revealed much later.
What are we doing? Remind me, whose idea was it to come out here anyway? Enough with the trees already.
You could say that again. Woods are so thick you can't tell up from down with these trees.
Here we go.
Hey, great. What did he find? A map in the dirt?
Alicia, hold on to these for me, will you?
Sure, Welkin. What are these, some kind of nuts?
No. Actually, they're long-beard goat droppings.
Ah! Gross! You made me hold poo? Are you crazy? Ugh! Hey, Welks. Did you find something useful?
Come here. Take a look at this.
That is the ground, Welkin.
The grass has been trampled down, looks like. What's the deal with that?
An animal trail. With any luck, this could be our way out. Animals have a natural instinct to find the most efficient path. That's why the grass is trampled down. They snap off the branches, they eat the grass. As a result, they clear a perfect trail.
So if we make like goats and follow it, the path will take us through.
The enemy supply base should be nearby. This is where we'll start our operation.
Yeah, there's just one problem, Welkin. That trail could lead literally anywhere. It could even circle back the way you just came. An animal trail does not necessarily mean it's going to lead anywhere near the Imperial supply base. Luckily for anime logic, now that's fixed and it leads straight there.
La 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 la.
Yes, Rosie, we're closing in on the enemy base. Let's start singing. Because maybe it'll work like Macross and all of a sudden the enemy will lose their morale because people are singing.
That's really nice, Rosie. What song is that? It's so pretty.
It's Distract the Enemy song.
Oh, just a song I sang back in the day.
Oh, you used to be a singer? I didn't know that.
Luckily we did because we played through that previous, I guess, infomercial part, which gave background on the characters. If you didn't actually watch that, this would be the first introduction of the fact that Rosie used to be a singer.
Ha! You paint a much prettier picture than it was. I used to sing at a bar in my town.
Still, that song was really pretty. I'd love to hear the whole thing sometime.
Yes, if we don't die.
Maybe I'll put on a little show one of these days.
Yeah, it's not gonna be what anybody thinks.
We're not alone here.
Oh no, it's the enemy. Maybe they were attracted by Rosie's singing.
I'll go investigate. Put your hands in the air!
I don't think it has hands.
Yoink!
However, it is now the smartest member of the party.
It's a pig?
Yes, with completely useless flesh wings. I hate these things. This is really the only one we see, but it's the pure state of its existence is just frustrating.
It looks like a Porcavian piglet.
Yes, we have a word for that. It's called dinner.
What's your story? Get separated from your mom?
That is a huge piglet. I can only imagine how big these things are normally. Not only that, but it doesn't appear to be wild because it doesn't have any hair, which implies this is a domesticated one. Possibly escaped from a farm, where it would have become Porcavian bacon.
I'll take a look further in.
Yes, and then the lieutenant. Welcome to Star Trek logic, where the commanding officers go into the battlefield first.
Well, what did you find?
What do you think? You could probably smell it.
There must have been a skirmish here. It looks like a stray bullet hit his mother.
Yes, a stray bullet. Or, you know, the Imperials could have been out hunting, shot the pig, and you could be really close to the Imperial base. The one you're searching for. They could be watching you right now. You guys have a tank. You're not quiet. You guys are the most terrible military force ever.
Even all the way out here, the war's still claiming lives.
I love the plot of this game. But at the same time, even an armchair general like myself looks at this and wonders, How are these people not already dead? The Empire could have just set up a sniper anywhere and been picking them off without the least bit of trouble. They're loud. They have no stealth capabilities whatsoever. I mean, other than the Empire just lying low to try and avoid them, there is no reason whatsoever that this squad would not have already been wiped out, considering they seem to be completely lost.
You lost your family too, huh, little guy? Left all alone.
Right. Let's adopt it and turn it into the squad mascot.
Well, Alicia, does he want to come with us?
Because this is how it always works. Of course, I mean, in all reality, adopting a animal into a squad as a mascot is a fairly common military trope. I mean, people have done it with dogs, cats. It's fairly common. So in all reality, this isn't that far-fetched. It's just the location and the choices they make during the time that they're supposed to be preparing for a battle.
What? Can we?
Yes, because we're going into the front line where a stray bullet could kill it. You're not going back to base. You're going into combat.
We're the militia. Every Gallian has the right to join.
Shut up, Welkin.
You hear that? As of today, you're a member of Squad 7, little guy.
The most intelligent member of Squad 7.
Monk? Monk!
Why are the animals always smarter than the people? Oh. Because they're not people. And now to the actual combat part of this.
Here is a brief on the task at hand.
Yep. I mean, there's a road that leads right to it. They've been on that road the whole time. Anyone could have walked down that road and seen where this base was. That's what scouts are supposed to be doing. Ah yes, mines. In this version of the game, one of the best and worst things ever created. The best because the blast shielding of the Lancers allows them to just walk over them completely unaffected. The worst because anyone who is not a Lancer who walks on them, it can occasionally one-shot them depending on the character level and certain other factors. Yeah, all this stuff's just shenanigans. Alright. First, let's do this squad up here. Let's go with Dallas. I didn't get to use her last time. Alright, we want Nadine there, Marina there, and two characters that are never going to move. Actually, you know what? I'm not even going to deploy them.
Now, let's begin.
The enemy's supply base is through these woods. Squad 7, move out! The tank will follow the road to the south. Team 2, take the trail to the base.
It's literally called Cloden Road, meaning it's well known.
All right, listen up and I'll explain.
Explain what? We've already been over everything. Oh, team attacks. Yes, yes. It's wonderful as it allows multiple characters to basically take out something really powerful like if you encounter a ace that you can't handle normally, you can use a multiple attack and hope it takes the ace out. Or you can have multiple characters, like multiple scouts, shoot at a tank to potentially take it out if you're shooting at the radiator. Or if an enemy's in cover, you can use team attacks to try and take out the enemy in cover. Alright, first things first. Largo.
Been waiting here.
Time to go clear a mine. Boop. See what I mean?
Hurry with that reload, they're getting away.
Anti-tank gunnery reported on the north bank. We're in danger while it remains, Welks.
Yes, but also no.
We'll have to hope Team 2 can take it out from behind.
Yes, you are incredibly lucky that that trail just happened to lead to where they could actually do that. Otherwise, you would have been basically putting your side armor, which is one of the weakest armors on a tank, against an anti-tank weapon, which is designed to penetrate the armor of a tank.
Spotted an enemy!
Boop. Try not to miss, Largo. I mean, this thing is huge. You can't miss from this range. You can miss from this range, Largo. I hate you. This is one reason why Lancers are one of the worst units
Moving
in the
out!
game. They are just absolutely terrible. At least until you get to the later levels where they get the really good Lances and can actually use them.
I've got a visual of a supply base up ahead.
Enemy unit spotted!
Good. That makes things a bit
easier.
easier.
Occupy this base. The reason I can't occupy this base is because that anti-tank cannon.
Do you have a visual on that base yet?
Just kneel there.
I'm on it.
All right, Rosie, you're up.
Target sighted.
This is not where I wanted to be. This is why I say shock troopers suck.
Leave it to me.
Alright. Let's get Dallas in there.
Please don't put yourself at risk.
It's our own secret garden. Okay.
And that's
You're doing
basically
well.
how a team
Just
attack
keep it up.
works.
Enemy camp occupied. Good work.
That was a waste of resources, but it was kind of necessary.
Entering combat!
Oh, I hate
Where are you? Where'd you go?
Now!
Alright.
The hunt begins.
Cross your fingers, hope and pray that Marina lives up to her reputation.
Distracting.
She's terrible in these kind of environments. Please don't miss.
Good night.
Oh, thank you. You didn't miss.
Sweet dreams. The hunt begins.
Alright, 50-50 chance here. My main job is to pray that she hits him.
Sweet dreams.
Man.
Marina being best sniper. There is a very high probability that she could miss any one of these.
No matter the
shots.
cost.
They blocked the road! Watch out for long-distance gunfire!
That was an anti-tank mine. We do not want that
I've got a
to be
visual
anywhere
on the
near us.
supply...
Alright, and that's turn 1. When you see that shuffle thing, it basically means there's an enemy that we can't see, but we know that they're moving. Evasion! Yay! The enemy's going to be doing that a lot more than we are. Alright.
Entering combat!
Enemy supply base sighted. It's just ahead.
Fire!
Alright.
I'm on it.
We're going to use Rosie to do this since she's a shock trooper and they're better at
Go down!
this kind of situation. Although it does show us that there's a mine right there.
Mwah.
You're doing well. Just keep it up.
Enemy sighted.
Alright.
Entering combat!
Now.
Entering combat! Now!
I have to waste this entire turn
Here we go!
to take out this one.
Fire!
You're doing well. Just keep it up.
Moving out!
Alright. Normally I would prefer
I'm sweeping around from behind them. Follow me.
Alicia back to the,
Try not to leave yourself
Enemy
open.
unit spotted!
that takes 6 shots and she just doesn't have it.
Here we go!
Advance cautiously.
The hunt begins. Distracting.
Alright, Marina. You have no shot. But I've got no choice. Body shot!
Just...
Those lines really don't mean anything.
Understood.
Pray.
Sweet dreams.
Good work.
That is basically the last time we will ever have to move Marina.
Moving out!
Back.
Mine. Grenade.
Sit tight. I'm almost...
Let's ragnade.
Moving out!
Now, this is a piece of destructible environment.
Please hit!
You can't shoot it, but you can blow it up with explosives. Normally, I would already have a scout practically at this location. Heck, I would usually have a scout that actually bypasses this. And that's how reinforcements work.
My turn, okay?
Alright, now the main reason we want to go up this way
Enemy unit spotted!
I've got a visual on the supply base up ahead.
Enemy sighted!
is to remove this obstacle.
Please hit!
That is an anti-tank gun. We don't
You're
want
doing
it.
well.
Enemy sighted!
Keep it up.
She cannot even shoot that guy.
I'm ready to go.
I've got a visual on the supply base up ahead. Please don't put yourself at risk.
Watch me dance.
I would, but you never actually do.
We're fish in a barrel here.
50-50 chance. Success!
Next partner.
I'm impressed, but not surprised.
This gives us an overview of the base and allows us to reveal the locations of some people we're going to very much need to kill.
Let's do this thing.
Alright, Rosie, time to do your thing. Where I pray that you don't miss. Because that's a lot of circle that's not covered.
Here I come!
Luckily,
Mwah.
you fire a lot of
Man
bullets.
down, everybody be careful.
If it was any other gun but Room, she would be absolutely useless 99.9% of the time.
Let's do this thing.
And as you may have noticed, a lot of characters
Enemy
getting
sighted.
lost.
Mwah. Target silenced.
And we need to kill that ace. Mostly for my weapon collection. He is a tier 2 scout. Or actually, he's a... let's see... tab? Yeah, he's got the ZM-MP2. The stats are not reflective of what it's going to be when I get it, but yeah, I need that gun. Which...
Understood.
Surprisingly means Marina actually has to move forward, because normally he has a bad habit of running out into this area when the tank starts getting close.
Understood.
So the best way to hit him is to get here. Alright, I guess...
No matter the cost.
Moving up characters like Nadine is a good
Defend
idea.
the perimeter, soldiers.
Oh no, pollen.
And...
Just watch this.
I suppose I can move Largo up. He's completely useless, but...
Let's...
I mean, it looks good. Yes, they are as dumb as they look. And there he goes, Lieutenant Nonnenkopf. No idea where he's going, but... Hey, actually, you know, that's a great idea. You go stand there, so Rosie can come in and shoot you. This is a terrible idea.
I'm on it.
How did you do that?
Here I come!
Wonder if it'll reach. Okay, here's the problem. I don't want to get too close, because if I get too close, then...
I'm ready to go.
It's going to trigger them.
Shall we dance?
So, we're going to do that. So Nonnenkopf turns around.
I'm on it.
Which is why it probably would have been a smart idea to do that from the beginning.
Go down! Mwah.
I'm impressed.
Alright. Mission accomplished. Ace has been killed. This is actually
My turn, okay?
way too many turns for this. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm seeing if I can hit any of these guys with this.
They're after me.
Now!
Good work. Keep it up.
Now, here's the thing. I could rush down there right now,
I'm ready to go.
because it seems like everyone's dead.
partner!
There are no longer any Imperial troops in the base. There's just one problem. As soon as I think it's clear, they're gonna spawn a whole bunch of troops.
Entering combat!
They're behind us!
Don't want to get too close with the tank. Do want to move Nadine.
On my way!
There are some mines there.
Our ties go beyond mere flesh.
And in case it wasn't obvious,
Try not to let your guard down.
Alright, I am prepared to assault the base. I am not prepared to assault the base. I am not prepared at all to assault the base. Alright.
Entering combat!
Let's trigger the alert.
Clear a path.
I got here as soon as I could, but apparently not soon enough.
General Jaeger, you brought reinforcements?
Where were you hiding? Everyone here is dead.
A few, but this place is almost surrounded. We'll lose both the base and supplies if we hold here. Listen, I want you all to pack up what you can and get ready to evacuate.
What will you do, General?
Buy you boys some time. Just leave the enemy to me.
Magic spawning enemies. Alright, I now have 2 brand new fresh shock troopers at the base here.
I'm ready to go!
Takes 4 shots to kill one of these guys. And she missed practically all of them.
My turn, okay? Please hit!
Hurry with that reload, they're getting away. Do you have...
If you're wondering why I did something so ridiculously stupid,
Moving out!
it's because I don't need all of my CP in order to kill these guys now.
Please hit!
Good work, keep it up.
As soon as I kill that guy, I get to freely occupy the base, with Jaeger sitting right there completely unable to do anything.
My turn, okay?
Because... magic?
Now!
Oh, shit. Oh, that was a mistake. That was a mistake. Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. Why did I body shoot that guy? Why did I body shoot that guy?
Watch me dance! Next partner!
Good.
Oh, thank you, Frisia, for being in position. If you were out of position, this would have ended a whole
This
lot
can't
different.
be good. Can't beat the smell of fresh soil.
Mine.
That should just about do it.
Not really.
General Jaeger, base camp has been occupied. The relay from base patrol says they barely got out with the supplies.
Good. But I've got to hand it to them. Gallia sent a real fox into these woods.
More like a real Porcavian.
Well, it's not a supply base anymore if there are no supplies. We're all done here.
How are they moving out supplies when, one, we killed everyone, and two, you only brought shock troopers?
Incoming transmission, Welks. They've taken the base, but most of the enemy already fled.
Well, I suppose that's why. There was barely anybody in the base. They were already evacuating all the supplies, but where did they take them to?
One step ahead. They timed that perfectly. I'm just glad that backup unit arrived late.
Not really.
Still, we've completed our mission. Nice work out there, Sevens.
No, you didn't complete the mission. You basically wasted time, energy, and resources attacking what essentially is an empty Imperial base. This would actually be considered a tactical failure, not a success. Gotta stay positive, though. I got the gun, though. Taking the supply base.
Well done, soldiers. The operation was a success.
No, it was a tactical failure. They escaped with the supplies, and you did practically no damage.
Another victory for Welk and Gunther!
No, it was not a victory. Stop calling this a victory. The enemy suffered no significant damages, and their supplies are still available. All they did was move them to another base you don't know about.
Nope, not this time. All the glory goes to this little guy.
No, it doesn't.
Mike?
Yes, everybody thanked the pig. Because the pig showed up.
Way to go, Hans. First day on the job and you're already a hero.
I guess this is the only way they can keep it from turning into bacon later.
Our success today was thanks to the animals living in these woods.
Yep, sure was. Those trails were oh so important. Not the literal road that was built right straight to the enemy base.
Mike.
Why is the pig smarter than the entire rest of this army?
So, who named the bacon Hans?
I agree with Largo.
Captain Virat, I'd like to introduce Squad 7's newest addition, Hans.
Please don't.
Hans, I hear you performed admirably today. I expect great things from you. Dismissed.
It was a wild pig. Now it's a mascot. Yep.
My yank!
And it's smarter than the entire rest of the squad. And me, apparently. Of course, normally by now, all of these characters would be elites, and I would have unlocked all of their special weaponry, so this mission would be a whole lot easier. I am taking it slow because this is for basically quote-unquote legitimate playthrough, rather than just me going through and demonstrating how easy this game would be if you just had all the best of, well, everything.
Chapter 6. A Desert Encounter.
Because it makes perfect sense for there also to be a desert in here. I mean, Gallia is basically just a place that has everything. It's one country, but it's made up of, like, deserts, oceanfront property, wild forests. I mean, this place has literally everything. Alright, now, quick trip back to base. Check the writing on the wall, see if anything new's popped up.
Hey! Dropping by to read the writing on the wall? That's a good man. Oh, and how about the new rising star of Squad 7, huh? I've heard some wild stories. You must be proud.
That means that there's a special event that's available.
I couldn't help but snipe him with a pop interview. You'll have to read it once I get it all drafted up.
Alright. Militia claims Vessel Bridge. Gallia to pull out of north. Lady 7's cut off supply base. Militia issues draft notices. Gallia's militia brings home the glory. As the first operation in what is likely a full-scale counter-offensive, 3rd Regiment reclaimed the Great Vassal Bridge. Vital trade artery. After rousting the Imperial's local defenses on the 14th, this officially frees Rangritz from the need to seal its walls. Rather than assail the Empire's bridgehead, it barricaded the militia opted to swim a tank across the river and attack from the rear, an unconventional strategy to say the least, mostly because they don't know anything about waterproof tanks. The drawbridge was then opened, dumping the rest of the defensive force into the drink. The man behind this bold plan, Welkin Gunther, 22, is none other than the son of EW1 hero Belgan Gunther. This acorn hasn't fallen far at all. Again, I'd like to reiterate, the general in charge of the forces completely ignores this and glosses over this fact. Gallia to pull out of the north. On the 20th, the Gallian forces in the north announced their retreat from the area, although no details were given. The Imperial takeover of Fosen, keystone among the northern Gallian industrial cities, is likely a chief cause. The capture of Fosen, a center for Gallia's ragnite, steel, and oil refineries, struck a massive blow to the nation's productivity. Through the meeting among Gallian army leaders held the day, word of Fosen's fall arrived. Through the meeting among Gallian army leaders held the day word of Fosen's fall arrived. I'm missing something in that statement. Is there supposed to be like a decimal point or something dividing that? Not a decimal, but a comma? It seems like that should be split. Or it seems like the comma behind army leaders should be after held the day. Lasted well into the night. No official word has been issued as to a specific plan for the liberation of the city. The militia's 3rd Regiment, partner in our ongoing war correspondence, was successful in sealing the Empire supply base in the Cloden Wildwood despite interference from Empire ace General Ratty Yeager. This new victory, coming on the heels of their vassal win last month that pushed the invasion back to central Gallia, has all of Rangritz singing their praises. Yes, an entire month has passed from that attack. Losing the Cloden base was no doubt a severe blow to the Imperial force. No, it wasn't. They'd already evacuated all the supplies and lost absolutely nothing but a few soldiers. Looking to regain some of that lost ground, which is good news to Gallians everywhere. As anyone's guess where the militia will crop up next, but their efforts so far make one thing clear. These men and women mean business. Militia issues draft notices. The government issued a second wave of drafts among Gallians for the militia on the 8th. Expected since the Empire's formal declaration of war last month, this draft was likely made inevitable by the recent series of losses in the east and north. The draft will target males aged 30 to 45, selected based upon qualifications and their impact upon Gallia's normal function. The militia is also accepting volunteers from those not included in the second draft, but many worry about the economic strain that further losses to the commerce and industry sector may impose. And I just hit that again. Alright.
Da-da-da-da! I've got new material!
Yep. A taste of home, a piece of Welcome and Alicia. Yep.
Thanks a million. Come back and see the writing on the wall again soon. I'll be waiting for you.
Alright, now let's see if War Summary Guy has anything interesting.
Hello again, son. I'll teach you sniper support today. Use it to request backup from allied snipers to snipe a single enemy target.
It has a bad habit of not actually killing them.
Well, what is your decision?
Useful, though.
Very good. I hope my orders can assist you in saving the nation.
Of course, that also means that there are military-grade snipers somewhere in the battlefield that you have no idea where they are.
I hope we'll meet again. Should you wish, you can likely find me here.
Alright, to the R&D facility.
Welkin, bro! I'm stoked you're here, man! What can I do you for?
I'm probably going to start skipping your dialogue because you are just so annoying. Nope. Finally!
Here you go, bro! All done!
No. No. Alright. Let's see if there's anything we can do for the Edelweiss. Okay, upgrade the mortar. That was starting to feel a little underpowered.
Come back again soon, bro! I mean it, man!
Alright, now to spend the remainder of our XP leveling up our forces.
Welcome to your train!
Level up scouts, shock troopers, lancers, engineers, and snipers.
Bite the bullet! Good work! Looks like that session. Okay.
Defense boost, not a bad one. Now, most of the effort went to the scouts, yet again. This is one reason why I say the scouts are probably the best unit in the game. Because they do all the legwork.
Good work, Mag! Looks like that session. You're better! Good!
I suppose I can put one more level to the shock troopers since Rosie did take down that ace. And she was instrumental in a lot of the work I did.
Good work!
Plus, the sooner I get them up to level 11, the sooner they actually can gain some mobility.
Come back anytime you're ready to sweat!
Alright, now let's see if any of the characters I've been waiting for are in.
Hello, Welkin. Oh, and there have been...
Alright, Kevin, nope. Rosina, Carl, Homer. Homer is one of the fan favorites, and I do, in fact, kind of need him. Oh. Sorry, Claudia.
All right. Thank you for having me. I'd be happy to join you.
I'm Homer Perone, here to fight together.
I also need Carl. Carl? So, Dallas.
Good luck with everything, sir. Good day.
My name's Carl Lanzett, sir. It's a pleasure to join you.
Now, the reason I need Carl is because he unlocks one of the best shock troopers available.
Come back anytime you need to change your lineup, Lieutenant.
But it's kind of hard to get that unlock. Alright, let's upgrade her ZMP. See, these stats are way different than what you saw, but does a lot more damage. Well, 2 points extra damage in both areas, but 2 points is 2 points. Alright, now we'll save this for later and call it a day.